Good morning, people. My question is, what are you doing on a Sunday morning? What are you doing? Sunday. The reason I ask this question is because this hombre is working. Yeah, baby. Uh, Sunday morning. Sunday, it's not morning so much. I've been working for a little bit, but this morning. But I'm going to be here all day. If you need inspiration and you're like, man, I can't show up to the studio, don't worry about it. Don't worry. All you have to do is tune in to my daily videos. I'm gonna be working, baby. I'm gonna be working probably till midnight tonight. You know why? Because you gotta show up. Here's a little secret of those people that are doing something, whatever success is for you in your art career. Those people show up. Okay, that's the little tip. You show up. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I went out last night. I had 2 beers. My max is having 2 beers because after 2 beers, I feel like, man, that's enough for me, right? But you know what? Yeah, I used to be a musician, so 2 beers was nothing. 2 beers was like, I don't know, it's 2 beers. It was like 2 glasses of water. But nowadays, it's not that I'm older, of course. It's not that I'm old, but I don't drink anymore, right? So when I do go drink and I have like a drink or 2 beers or whatever, that's my max. My max is 2 beers. After that, it's like, whoa, I start like saying funnier stuff. So, look, guys, I woke up a little bit uncomfortable. My back hurts. Like, okay, some funny shit like that, because I think that's what it does, right? I wanted to stay in bed. I wanted to not, And I was there for a while. I was in bed for a while, and I was like, man, I just want to stay here. It's cozy, enjoy the family. They were going to go out and have breakfast today, all of them. They're all going to hang out. Look, I'm alone in my studio. You know why? Because this shit matters to me. So it's no one else's fault that I went out drinking. It's no one else's fault. It's mine. So I take responsibility. I take full responsibility. I got to show up to the studio and do this thing. This is what I'm trying to share with you guys. Look, if you're asking yourself, man, how do I show up? How to do? Dude, don't. Just show up. Just show up. Don't ask yourself. Oh man, how do I do this? How do I do that? Don't. Just do it. Just put hours in there. Put hours. When you start putting hours, you start figuring things out. But you got to put hours. You can't put like 10 minutes and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. Go put a few hours in there in the studio. You start figuring it out. So anyways, guys, just wanted to share this little bit of wisdom. Look at my apron. Look at my apron. Does it look like I work here? It looks like a mechanic, huh? It's like, I'm gonna go fix that car. Man, being an artist, I feel like a mechanic. I feel like a mechanic. It's a lot of hard work. I've seen mechanics work very hard work all day. The ones that actually do that, right, for a living. And that's what it is. That's what it is. It occasionally is a blog spot somewhere, I don't know, a gala, right? There's a gala. Let's go to a gala because they're featuring one of my paintings. Or occasionally I get to dress up and try to play artist, but 90% of the time is what people don't see. I mean, most of the video, I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. People don't actually see me working. They see me like explaining a little painting here and there or talking or whatever. But 90% of the stuff that I do, nobody sees. Right? Running around. Running around the studio, getting stuff done, painting, and putting together exhibits, putting together deals, right? Because without deals, then you can't really continue to do it. You got to sell work, right? You got to sell artwork. You got to sell it. You got to put it out there. So that takes picking up the phone, putting stuff in that apron's, yeah, artistically dirty, yeah. Putting artwork on social media, online, and on and on and on. It requires a lot of effort. It requires to be fast. I promise you, if you're very slow on that, you gotta move fast, baby. You gotta move fast. It requires you speed, and you gotta start finding out what speed You need to go. Regardless of the speed that you go, how fast you go, pay attention. Pay attention to whatever you're doing. Don't run through it without paying attention, because you're gonna start just creating crap. It's something that I learned. Okay, I learned the hard way. Even if you're going fast, pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Right? Pay lots of attention to it so that you're creating quality. As long as you pay attention to it, you are creating quality. I promise you. Whether you go fast or slow, if you pay attention to it, you will create quality. If you focus on it. Lots of us artists out there, we don't focus. We think that if we stay 5 hours on a painting, all of a sudden the painting is going to be this masterful painting. It might not need 5 hours. It might not need 5 hours. It might need 1 hour. It might just need 1 hour of pure focus, right? It might take you 5 days because you get up and leave and come back, get up and leave and come back. It might not need 5 days. It might need just 2 hours of extraordinary focus. It might just need that. And if you learn how to do that, if you learn how to focus, man, you start doing magic. I had to stop at Brugger's, not Starbucks today. It's a little sad about it. I got a little sad about it, but whatever. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's so many things, right, that you have to do in a studio. There's so many things, and you gotta figure out how to just put it all together. How to put it all together, because if you don't, this has been my experience. Oh, look at that little horsey over there that I'm painting. If you don't, what ends up happening is that everything is you're gonna start thinking. See, thinking is the enemy. Continuing thinking is the enemy of every artist. We've heard this a long time already from Raphael, Monet, Degas, Manet, all of these big cats. They all said, don't think, dude. If you're going to create artwork, do not think. Okay? But it requires lots of focus. This is the thing that they forgot. Picasso said, if I could just remove my head. Yes, don't think. But not thinking does not mean no focus. And this is where I feel like it gets missed. When I coach artists, this is the very first thing they start asking me, like, how do you go into not thinking? Not thinking doesn't mean not observing. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Not thinking means that you're actually laser being fucking focused. Like, you're very focused on what you're doing. When you're painting something, it's 100% there. Every time that I do a painting, those of you who purchase paintings from me, have collected paintings from me, rest assured, I'm all in it. Not half of me, not a quarter of me. I am all in the painting. It's the only way to paint. It's the only way to create artwork. If I'm all in there, it's like being in love, right? You're in that place where all you care is being present for that person. That's all you care about. You don't care about waiting to talk, right? If you're in love, you're not the one talking. You notice that? If you're in love, you're not the one talking. If you're in love, all you're doing is registering. You're just absorbing. You're a sponge, right? The person, maybe your partner, for the first time you see them do a little something with their lips or move their eye in a certain way, and you register that, and you're like, man, I love the way she moves her eye, or whatever. I love the way she gets a glass, right? She's going to drink water, the way she touches the glass, you're absorbing. That is the type of attention. You're not thinking. You're not going, oh, I wonder what she's going to do. No, you start thinking once you're in the relationship for a long time. That's when you start thinking. You have to learn how to do that, though. All right? You have to get back to your roots of how'd you fell in love with the person, or how'd you create it. It might not be a love relationship. It might just be a relationship, right? Just a friendship or any other, not just, but any other relationship. You got to go back to those roots of when you were just observing, right? When you weren't judging. Right? The judging comes later because we create story. And this is what Monet taught us. He said, when you're painting something, don't call it anything. If you're painting a tree, don't call it a tree. Just paint. Just paint. Imagine like you have to look at it so hard that the mind starts resting. You have to look at it with so much attention, just like when you're in love. You look at someone with so much attention, there is no room for judgment. All judgment leaves the table, right? Because that's what falling in love is. You're laser focused. You're paying attention. You know, you notice that you're in a date. You don't want to talk. When you are madly like mesmerized by someone, you don't want to talk. All you want, I mean, shit, man, you want to take notes. You know, you want to know what they like. You want to know what they feel about the world, how they think, and on and on. You want to hear them because you are the space for them. This is what art is, guys. If you're an artist, you are the space for the artwork to be born, and you're the observer. Okay, you're the observer. That's all you really are. You're the observer. You're looking and looking and looking. You happen to pick up a brush, and because you're looking, you paint. And you pick up a color again. You keep looking and you paint. And it's all looking. Right? You can't be thinking. The moment that you're thinking, you're already fucking up. You can't. It's impossible. You're a painter, just not an artist. Okay. The moment that you start thinking, you go into painter mode, not artist. And this is why Picasso said, I believe in inspiration, but it has to find you working. What he means by inspiration is when you're not thinking. Okay? So those of you who are like, man, I don't know what to paint, I'm not inspired, and on and on. All you gotta do is just go into the studio and start painting something. You know? Painting something back there. Just gotta go into the studio and start painting. And if you are just fully present and looking at it, it's going to start asking you what to do next, because you're being the space for it, right? You're holding the ground for it, in a weird way. Sunday morning philosophies. All right, guys, I got to get back to work. I got a few commissions to finish. Just a few. I got like 40 commissions to finish before before the holidays are over. If you want a commission, and you got to move fast, guys, because I'm running out of space to create commissions. So I don't know if I'm going to be taking more, to be honest, for the end of the year. We'll see. I'll play it by ear. I got lots of stuff to finish, but it will be finished. All right. So, guys, peace. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.